show with your girl, Danielle Morel, and my co-host and co-master coach, Tanya Watkins.
Hello, ladies. Nice to be with you today.
We have a very exciting, very fun show planned for today. So if you are coming on, make sure that you leave us your name down in the comments, where you're from. If you have a business already, let us know what business you have. If you don't have a business and you're an aspiring entrepreneur, let us know that down below in the comments. We love to connect with you, ladies, whether that be live or on the replay of our show. So every Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we come and we kind of share and just to share what's working in our businesses, what's working in our clients' businesses, and just what we've been able to see what's working in the marketplace. So today's show is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to share, both Tanya and I are going to share our top 3 entrepreneurial tips that we've kind of over the years kind of put together for ourselves. You know, these are the tips that we find to be the most valuable of our experiences as being full-time entrepreneurs. So I am going to actually give Tanya, did you get a chance to share this over to our interest group? We do have a private Facebook group that is free for women who would like to kind of hang out with us a little bit closer and get to know a little bit more about what we do and how we can support you in having a successful online business. So if you like to join that free Facebook group, the link is above in the comments. But I think you're ready, right, Tanya? We're ready to kick off the show.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. So, okay, yep. Tanya, you want to jump in there? I was going to start off asking you your top 3. I was going to pass it over and let you jump into what are your 3 top tips that you have, you know, that you feel are most impactful to share with women who are either startup, aspiring, or, you know, growing women entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. I love this. I think this is a really cool idea to pause and reflect as we, you know, are scaling our businesses too, right? And learning what has got us to this point and really being reflective in that so that we can continue our business growth. So this was really fun. I think just from a clarity, vision, and focus standpoint is where I want to kind of land today. So if we're thinking about like, how can I be really clear and intentional about my business? How can I create a vision around what I want to do? And how can I have it focused to get there? These are the 3 things I want you to walk away with. One is the impact that you want to have in your business, right? And so I think we think about when we start a business, we're like, I want to either quit my job, or I want to earn $5,000 a month, or I want to do whatever the case may be. But how can we do that in a way that is in alignment to our long-term goal, right? And so I think sometimes we think, for me, it was definitely, I want to just leave my job because it was stressful, it was heavy, it was a lot going on. But only when I connected to like the bigger vision was I able to really drive the results consistently, that I was able to, when I got laid off, sign a 5K client that same day, right? So how consistent are you when it comes to staying in the mindset of the vision that you have for your business, the impact that you want to have for your business long term? And then what does that look like in terms of consistency? Like, how are you showing up in your business, whether it's showing up like this or showing up for your clients or showing up in a way that makes sense for the long-term growth of your business? And then goal setting. Like, what are your targets? What are you looking to aim? Because we can talk about consistency all day, but around what, right? So really getting clear on what are the goals you have for your business? What are the targets that you need to hit each day, each month? What does a good day look like for you and your business? What, you know, how do we know what are we tracking? How do we measure results? How do we improve those results? Really. So like, that would be my first thing to you, is just really getting clear on the impact that you want to have in your business. How's that sound, Danielle? Anything you want to add to that?
Oh, no. Awesome. No, that's awesome.
Cool. And then the next would be the business that you want to create. Like, what does that look like to you? And Danielle and I talk about this all the time. I'm going to put her on the spot because I use the word company a lot. And she's like, oh, girl, that sounds heavy to me. And I think that's really fun that we get to do this, right? We get to build whatever we desire. We get to build companies, businesses, whatever, that allows for us to live our lives by design. And how cool is that, right? How cool is that we get to do this? You get to show up in your highest level of being, right? You get to provide transformational services and programs and offers, have fun. And on the backside of that, your clients, their lives are transformed, right? They'll never be the same after having worked with you. Like, there's nothing better than that. But at the same time, to know that on top of that, you could be poolside by the beach and living your best life right after your coaching call, or you could be in a high-rise building with 50 employees if you desired that, right? Like, I don't think either one of us desire that, but like, to know that you could definitely have it all and provide an amazing transformation on the back end of that. So one, how do you desire your life to be, and how do you desire your life to look because of your business, right? Not in spite of your business, but because of your business, right? What does that look like in terms of the free time that you have, or how you go about operating in your business? I think that's a huge missed opportunity, that when we start our businesses, it's like, I'm trying to hit 10K, I'm trying to hit 5K. Well, what does that look like, right? How are we allocating funds when we do hit the 5K? How are we saving this money when we hit 10, 20, 30K, right? When we're scaling to, multiple 5 figures in our business, what happens next? Who's paying the taxes? Is there a bookkeeper, right? But you can still do all of these things and have the flow and the ease and the fun that you desire. So my tip here is really just getting clear on what you want your company to look like and falling in line with that. And if that means that you are wanting to work 20 hours a week, how can you make those 20 hours the best 20 hours ever, so that you can spend the rest of your week enjoying life, traveling, shopping, whatever that looks like, right? But knowing that in this 20 hours, I'm going to be the best CEO this company, this business has ever seen, so that I can go sip martinis at 7:00 at night, or whatever you want to do, right? So that's definitely one thing that I really want you guys to walk away with. How can I be the best CEO and create this business by design, so that I can be, if I want to be a Fortune 250 company one day, or if I want to just know that I'll be able to pay for my children's college and my grandchildren's college, I can be able to do that. And then lastly is really having an understanding of the TLC that your business needs, and that's traffic, leads, and conversions. So, we talk about traffic, meaning who is visiting your sites, who's visiting your platforms, right? And then the leads are really what happens next, right? So the percentage of that traffic, we want them to do something, right? We want them to opt in, book a call, make a sale, show interest in some way. And so what I want you to do from this point forward is take a look and say, what do I need to do differently if I'm not getting enough leads? Or if I'm getting these leads, what happens next, right? So you should know, as a business owner, generally speaking, each month you're getting X amount of traffic, right? You should know this. So if you're looking at your website or your Facebook page or whatever social mediums you use to conduct business, what does that look like in terms of traffic, right? And then the next part to that is, what am I doing with this traffic to get a percentage of them to become interested in what I have to offer, right? So if we're saying, I want 10%, 20%, 30% of these people to eventually become leads, what is the strategy you have in place? What is maybe it's a funnel, maybe it's, you've carefully crafted a way to create copy and content that conditions them to move forward. Whatever it is that you're doing in your business. And of course, as Set Up for Success online business consultants, we have very savvy strategy to help you with that. If you're thinking, wait a minute, this sounds like something that I need. If you're thinking that, just know we'll help you with that. But then when we have these leads, we now have to convert them into clients, right? And so understanding what is a simple sales process that you can conduct every single week, every single month, every single day, and eventually maybe even on automation, so that if I can get 5,000 people to see what I'm doing this month, I can get a percentage of those people to become leads, then I know for sure a percentage of those people will become clients, right? And from that, you'll always know that you will have sales coming into your business. You will be able to have, again, the life that you desire and live the CEO life that you want to live, because you've set up a system in place that will always get people to see what you're doing, what you're offering, and that for sure, if I can get these people here, then I can surely bring them over here, which is to be a customer. And that's my 3 tips for you.
Awesome. I made sure that I wrote them down in the comments. So if somebody looking on my phone, I was over here trying to get, saying hello to all the wonderful ladies who are on. So if you are live on the replay, don't be afraid to let us know your name, where you're from, and if you have a business already, let us know what that is, and if you're aspiring, let us know that. So I see a lot of lovely ladies on, but that was fabulous. I wrote down that your top 3 tips, so let's make sure we got this right. Number 1 is being consistent, right? That was your number 1 thing. Number, especially with your why, and having a bigger force, a big why, why you want to do this to have impact, so that you are consistent. You can come from that place. 2, you said be intentional about how you're building your business by design. And so that you definitely suggested that women from the beginning start to treat their business or company, however you want to call it, treat it like a real entity, where you are building something that other people can come and help you and support you by team, delegating things, so you're working on your businesses, not in your business. So it sounds like you're definitely advocating, create those systems. When you're doing things, start to document that, so you're not, you're creating those processes, right, to really build from a strategic point, to give you the time and freedom, whatever you're looking, right, whether you want to, like you said, own a huge company, or whether you just want more time and freedom, you want to make, a lot of money doing it, you need to still make sure you're treating your business with some respect, right? Put some respect on it. If you wanted to respect you, is what it sounded like. And number 3, it sounded like, you definitely feel like TLC is something you cannot ignore if you want to have a sustainable, okay, we all know you can make money once, okay? You can make it a couple times, but can you make it forever is the question, okay? Because we all know some people can get a hot pocket, but they can't get it stay high is the question.
A hot pocket? I like that.
A hot pocket of money, like, but can we, but then a couple of months is colder than the ice bucket. Okay, so what you need is some TLC, which is traffic, leads, and conversions, right? That's what it sounds like your tips is. Always be thinking, can you get more traffic, leads, and conversions? So those were Tanya's top 3 tips. We've got a lot of SOBCs in the house. So these are our divine digital divas right here. That's another way we can call them. These are set up for success online business consultants, and they get a shout out. We've got Jessica Smith in the house. We got Adriana in the house. We had Anita, Cherise. I mean, I have to tell you that it's a beautiful sight when, your girls show up. You gotta what my people's is live. I'm here in the house. Okay, so I want to thank each and one of my our SOBCs for being here, because this extra. That's when you come in the crew. You just want to be wherever it's at. I ain't mad at it. So that's what so that's great, right? We got that. So now we're moving on. Is it my turn now?
It's your turn, girl. Kick it off. Let me hear it.
Is it time for me to be quiet so you can ask me? Okay.
No, it's all good. All right, ladies. What Danielle's about to let's get ready, because I got my pen. So go ahead, Danielle. What are your 3 tips?
Okay, I think this, I agree. I think this is a fun live stream, and we're going to do it often. We'll, set up for success shows, story times, and where we can just kind of share some wisdom, because that's something we else kind of didn't get to highlight. And if you've seen us before, you probably know that I've been in business now going on 6 years now. I quit my job cold turkey 6 years ago, April 26, 2014. And Tanya has been a full-time entrepreneur now for over 3 years.
Yeah. Been running this, I was going to say company, my business for 5 years. 5 years, and then full-time 3 years. I got laid off January of 2017, 6 months before my wedding. So yeah, it was fun times, but here we are.
Yeah, so we say this is that there's so much like wisdom in this journey. Every entrepreneurial journey, I think, is unique to the person, to be quite honest. I mean, it just is. Just the independent journey is different. But this is what we've learned along the way. So my top 3 tips that I would say, and I love that Tanya shared a little bit more tactical strategy kind. That's where we kind of play really well with each other. Like, we really do. One person will be thinking tactical, one will be thinking more strategical, and vice versa. So I think this will play well that you've given them some of real action advice on that. My first one is don't stop and start. Like this is one of the things I think, if I could pick out the number one thing that's probably been my biggest and hardest, lesson about entrepreneurship. And sometimes there is going to be some start and stop because you're going to try things and you're going to realize, you know what, this ain't it. I'm going to have to start over and try something else. And that's okay. But one thing that I find is that too often we get in this pattern of stopping and starting. Okay, I'm gonna be consistent today. Okay, I'm starting, and then they give a good, 2 weeks, a good 2 months, and then they stop. And then, and I find that the starting and stopping is like hitting the reset button. Every time you reset, it's like, okay, I'm back at, now the good thing is if hopefully if you hit that restart, at least I'm going to need you to get further ahead the next time, at least there's the pull of the starting position move a little bit forward every time. If you're going to hit the restart, don't have to hit it all the way back to starting. It needs to be somewhere in the middle. But I find why that starting and stopping of whether it be a business or like switching business is, okay, I'm starting this, I'm stopping, I'm starting this one, or whether it be in the same business of, okay, today I'm going to be all in, and then I'm stopping, and I'm starting. It loses momentum, and momentum is something we just don't appreciate enough in life and business. And momentum is when we have the forward action of things where it's compounding, it's moving faster because speed is compounding upon itself. And so it makes things that go faster smoother because it's got momentum and that forward action that's moving with speed. That's, I'm trying to give y'all a scientific, and you see how that's going. So we'll just keep it light. Okay? I'm trying to give so, and then the speed of light, and then the planet hits never mind. Okay. I don't know how that happens, but something happens. And then, so basically that's my thing, because what I found is I have, definitely missed millions of dollars just by stopping and starting, whether that be my own personal momentum when things are going good in my business. I get complacent. Oh, I'm riding on a wave of some savings, or I got some clients. Oh, let me stop. I don't need to show up anymore because I'm over. And that's why going back to you being intentional about how you build your business, because all of this plays in how sustainable and easy this is going to be. Because if you find yourself doing one of those things and you're stopping and starting things, it kind of sets you back. And then the most dangerous is not even the setback. I don't even think the loss of momentum. It's the fact that you start to doubt yourself, that all the emotions of starting again, like, oh my, you know what I mean? Like, is anybody going to care? Oh my God, they noticed I was gone. They're going to be like, oh my, all of these thoughts that, the dead space creates is like the worst. Like, you start overthinking, are they going to care anymore? Are they paying attention? Oh my God, the new girl's in town. It's like all this stuff, all this stuff. It's like, had you just kept going, you would never had time to let the fear creep in. Now you got to talk yourself to get back in that. It's too much. You know what I mean? We be torturing ourselves. So, and I've done it to myself enough to know that, like, why do I keep starting and stopping and losing the momentum when I need to just keep going? So, okay, when you get a rhythm, when you get a flow, stay right in the flow, okay? That's why alignment is another key thing that we always talking about, is getting in alignment so you can get in flow and it feels good and you can be right more often. Because Lord knows, I believe women, we got to start making more right decisions. We go through a lot of wearing ourselves out over here. You know what I mean? Like, come on now, we're going to get more holes in one. We're going to practice. Okay, so that's number one. Keep the momentum. When you got the momentum, stopping and starting with you're going to do something, do it, don't do yourself like that. Number two is, what was my number two, Tanya? I told you what it was. What was it? I didn't write this down. I just had it. Invest in yourself early and often. That's what it was. So that would be another one of my tidbits too, is invest in yourself early and often. Look, I know that, investing in yourself in your business might seem scary or never seems like you can do it or whatever, but I honestly sometimes think you should save up and work a job just so you have enough. to pay somebody a premium or pay somebody who's doing what you want to do the way you want to do it, and just pay them that the fee, you know what I mean, the investment. Even if I could do it all good, I'd rather do a part-time job or do something that's going for 6 months than pay somebody a couple and to do it, than to spend years out here doing the wrong thing, leading in the wrong direction, bootstrapping myself up, because that's just as costly. So 6 months of me just saving up money to invest in somebody who's doing what I want to do the right way, where they could just show me real quick, versus kind of bootstrapping it along for 2 years. And then, you still putting out a little here. It's all the money you're not making. You know what I mean? And all the heartache and the doubt and the stress that comes in, because I think it's dangerous to go long periods of time without seeing success in your business, especially like over a year. You heading in a danger zone if your business isn't being successful, even were to give you, because you start to be like, you start thinking it's hard. This is hard. It's got to be hard. We have this myth that business is hard. People always tell us it's hard building a business. It's not going to, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Well, that I don't choose to believe that anymore. Building a business is easy because I'm building a business being me, and ain't nobody do me, which comes to my number 3 tip is know thyself. That was going to be my 3rd tip. So number 2 is invest in yourself early and often. It saves yourself a lot of heartache, a lot of lost money, doing it wrong, doing it long. We have a saying around my house: you do it long, you do it wrong, you do it long. You do it right, you do it light. Okay. So that's what I say. I just, it's painful doing things long and wrong. Okay. So the 3rd tip on that was know thyself. That's my tip on that. It's like, when it comes to business, the more you know about yourself and can master yourself, and more self-aware you are, the longer you're going to last out here. I mean, you can win in entrepreneurship just by sticking it out the longest, because people in your industry are going to mess up, talking too much, not doing good customer service, putting one mess up. This is social media world where the customers fight back. It's like, wait a second. Wait, now look now. You know what I mean? So it just, so run your business with integrity. You gotta be on your awareness game, because your customers sure are. And, they're not as stupid as we think they are, is what Tanya says. We're very smart. We remember what you said and when you said it. So we need you to master thyself so you can make fewest mistakes out here. Because sometimes the person who makes the fewest, and now don't make that to you a perfectionist. That's just knowing thyself. Because when you know thyself, you automatically make less errors out here, because you're not operating from low vibration. You know where your weaknesses are. You know where your strengths are. And you know how to master your thoughts, what you're saying, what you're thinking. So those would be my 3.
So good. So good. I love it. I think one of the things that you and I also talk about that we're going to give them a bonus is to just persevere, right? We know so many women who finally, and we've even been witness to women who we've watched, and ourselves included, right? Who've been in this for 5-6 years, and then boom, things start to happen and fall in place. So I would definitely, keep the understanding that it really is the survival of the fittest here, right? Who is in this for the long haul? Who is really determined to make success happen no matter what, right? No matter what yesterday looks like, no matter what last year's sales look like, no matter how many clients you have, even in this moment, how many clients you have is so irrelevant to the success that is on the way, like to you. Like what you desire is literally right around the corner, no matter what your circumstance looks like today. And I know I felt called to say that, but I definitely think that we see so many people who give up right on the brink of a breakthrough, and it's just so unfortunate. So that's a bonus tip.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. And I think that's what comes back to the survival of the resourcefulness, and first of all, I was raised, by an American badass. That's my daddy right there. That's his name. Okay. So I say that when we talk about survival of the fittest, your girl that saying was always used in my house. Like, it's survival of the fittest, Danielle. You know, chain breakers. Okay. So I say all that to say, yeah, I was raised, and I like to, and that's why I feel like I am resourceful. And business does take a level of resourcefulness. I think we should empower women to be resourceful and to be creative in how we think. It's something that we're intuitive really good at, but I think a lot of times we self-talk ourselves out and we act like, oh, y'all know, if y'all SOBCs in the house, acting like you don't know, you know, and if you don't know, you need to go ask somebody and start acting like we know around here how to be resourceful. And I mean, like being able to find a way. You know, and I find that the women who see success are the ones who are the most resourceful. They don't look at a no or I can't, or they're looking at how can I make that happen? Who do I need to talk to? What, you know, the ball is thinking, you know, and those are usually the women who never, like, I don't know, and it's not right, I'm not sure. It's really hard to sell people in this world if you can't even sell yourself on what we're doing. How we going to figure this out? If you can't figure it out, your clients ain't going to figure it out. Don't get me on a thing now. That's for another. So I think we might have got this. If you've enjoyed this, if there's any tips, maybe I'd love to hear SOBCs. Let's give this to our SOBCs. You know who you are. If you want to become one, which is our Set Up for Success Online Business Consultants program, is where Tanya and I both train you on how to learn the proven modern and business strategies and solutions and skill sets that are working right now, that are commanding high investments, right? Because we're all about working less and making more so that we have the time, freedom, bandwidth to be intentional and to grow our company and work on our business or travel or, you know, show up in all areas of our highest selves. And we know how to do that. We know that, you know, a lot of women don't know exactly what can I do or how can I package myself up and price myself in high investment programs where I can work with people who pay. Well, that's what this program is. So we'll make sure that the link is down in the comments, or you can find it, Bev, in the post to join. But our SOBCs that are on here, because we have some consultants here, if you're on here, share one of your tips that you've learned. You know, we love to get some feedback. If you've had an entrepreneurial tip or wisdom nugget that you've learned this far, just share one in the comments. And yeah, like I said, we do this every Tuesday, 12:30 p.m. So set your notification. Make sure you join. Anything else, Tanya, while we're letting some of, yep, Tanya's got the link down. We do have a 2 payment option. So you can get in literally one client will make your investment back, 2 at the max, you know, depending on how you do how you work it. There's multiple ways to get paid. That's another thing. So you earn while you learn. And you get us coaching you every week and in a private Facebook group. So this isn't a program. Not only is it done for you program where you get everything to run your business and launch within 7 to 14 days, but we literally do coach you and we support you because we're looking for the best of the best. We're building a world-class company. Tanya got me in a company. Okay. I was like, I thought I was going to have $1 million business, but she said, but we're in a company now. I was like, oh, snatch my pearls. So, yeah. So whatever I was saying about that. So yeah, we're building a world-class company and we're looking for the best and brightest women who are going to be the standard, set the pace of what, you know, online business consulting is going to look like for now and the future for women all over the world, because we're taking over for the 3,099. I don't even know what that is, but 99,3,000. And that means that we vision consultants all over the world helping small business and entrepreneurs, big businesses, medium businesses, all in between, entrepreneurs become set up for success. Online is the wave.
It is the wave. No, that is awesome. I think there's something to be said for being in a program where you're learning like this way, in this way, to your point, earning while you learn and in good company. Like literally all of our SOBCs are here sharing. Yeah. And actually Adriana's one of them, and she says mindset is everything, right? So
and some other ones are coming in too. So when you get a chance, flip, you start.
Yeah. Jessica. Ooh, that one's good. Stay the course and don't care what anyone thinks. I love it. I love
Jessica's business is popping. She got discovery calls, getting paying clients. Jessica, it's going great. Thank you so much, Adriana. That was good, Jessica. And what did we have Anita say?
Mindset is number one. Acknowledge that you need support and accountability. Ooh, I love this. Be the client you want to attract. How many people can say that they are the client that they want to attract? Ooh, that's good.
That's one of my favorite too, Anita. That is the truth. It's so everything. You know, this is the difference between you being successful and you looking at, or you not being successful. And that girl, like, I was like, how come she's doing so well, but I'm doing everything I see, like I'm doing the same thing. You know, whenever you hear those comparisons, I don't get it. It's probably that. You know what I mean? She's probably showing up and investing and doing the things that she wants to attract. And you need to probably really see, are you actually being that client that you want to attract? Because alignment is everything. Oh, Jessica got another one yesterday. She got another client.
Yes. What was the live stream in the group? I didn't see the live stream.
I know she said on the first one, but she can't be live streaming every time she gets a client. She's gonna be wearing this out. That's what she said. She said that I was just giving you the first one to let you know. Now it's like butter, baby.
I love it. Congratulations.
Oh, I love this. By Linda, is that correct?
Ooh, that's a pretty name.
I love that. Always prioritize God and health. That is so true. Yes. Burnout is possible, but these leaders seem to know how to scale with taking care of yourself. And I do thank you for saying that. We do, because we do feel like God first. We're very much, faith centered on that too. Family, we are very family, whether you're a mother or a wife, or maybe you just want to share, be there for family or for fun times, and then the third is definitely making sure that you have a business that supports that allows you to be great in all areas. We don't want women who are just great in business, right? Or like my muse Mary Kay, all vogue on the outside, all vague on the inside. We want you to be great in all areas, your health, your wealth, your relationships. We want the total woman out here. And it's so possible. You can't have it all right now. We just have to be the smart, savvy, strategic ones to lay out the path for other women to follow. We want to see a world. We have to create what we wanted to see, one that accommodates the modern woman, all her responsibilities. We have to design that. That's not for men to create. And the reason why a lot of women are burnt out is because they are working in a business or a company that was created for men by men, that had wives, you know what I mean? And or had somebody to take care of that. So we need a way that's going to allow us to have bandwidth and bank so we can build fabulous businesses while still maintaining our self-care. And the way Ty and I have been able to find to do that the fastest first, not saying the only, fastest first, is having a high-valued, high-investment-worthy skill set solutions or strategies that people would pay high investments for that take you a short amount of time, right? So when you become an expert or you become a high valued, somebody who solves problems or fulfills desires or knows something that takes people years. Again, that's what we train women in our Setup for Success consultant program. We teach them exactly what is those skill sets that entrepreneurs would pay for that's taking them forever. Branding, ideal clients, packaging, pricing, lead generation, how to close clients on the phone, sales, mindset. Whoo! Baby, it's the business. I don't know what I just tell you. That's just what it is. The straight up, the entire kit and caboodle. I mean, I don't know what. There ain't nothing else on the market like it.
we need to re-record you saying that entire kit and caboodle on the sales page. Like, what else do you want? Like,
I'm giving you the business. I'm giving you the business. I mean, I'm giving you a multiple six-figure business for under $2,000. I mean, where they do that at? Y'all need to cut
that's the new tagline.
Somebody go, we on live, cut her off. She's getting too much. Okay.
I love it. Cherise says that her wisdom is relationships create money. Money doesn't create money. I love it. And then relationships with us. Oh, we love you, Cherise. I love that. Yes.
I like that. I really do like that quote. That's a quotable. Relationships create money because we say revenue is in the relationships, right? So that's is so true. Good. Revenue is energy, right? So there you go.
Yes. I joined the sisterhood so that I could scale my business and have time for myself and my family. Oh my goodness.
Literally has
saved. Yes. Yes. I love it. This was so much fun.
It was. Well, thank you, ladies, so much. All of our SOBC, we love you. We will see you Thursday for our SOBC chats. Tell a friend, they got to get in. We welcoming, though. We enrolling. But to everyone else, we thank you so much for being on our show. We will be back next Tuesday with something riveting, I'm sure, that you'll be prepared for. And any final words, Tanya?
Until next time, go ahead. If you're not already in the group, join the group. So setupforsuccess.biz/community, and we'll see you on the inside.
Until much love, peace, and prosperity.
Yes. Bye.